Hey there, welcome. Today we are at an incredible horse property out in Selah off Gibson Road, 1510 Gibson Road, and I have with me today Chelsea Wagner. She's with CMG Home Loans, and Chelsea is an equestrian rider, and I have a question for you.
Okay.
When you are looking for a home, horse property, what exactly are you looking for in a location and about the horse property itself?
Yeah, so I think that's a great question. Obviously what's important to us is not only shelters, but property for the horses, a place that we can ride the horses, if it's frost freeze water spigots, if it's the electrical in the barn. There's a whole array of different things that we look for that are ideal for us.
All right, Chelsea, so not only are you an equestrian rider, but you're also, turns out to be a home loan officer, right?
Yes.
Mortgage officer. And so tell us, what do you offer? What would your company, CMG Loans, what would you offer for a property like this?
Yeah, so CMG Home Loans here in Yakima, we do offer conventional financing. So it would be a primary residence or a second home, no investment property, 5% down, credit 620. So obviously interest rates are a thing of topic right now.
Yes, they are.
So lenders have had to get pretty creative on ways to make financing more affordable for our borrowers.
Yes.
CMG, we do offer the 2-1 buy down. So a seller is able to give some money towards the client to help buy down their interest rate. The first year it's 2% lower on the rate, and the second year it's 1% lower on the rate. So we are hoping that rates go down, in the next year, but obviously we have a program out there to help them even if they don't.
Got it.
Our rate rebound program, if anybody who buys through us in the next 5 years can do a lender free refinance.
Oh, wow.
So
That's quite generous.
Oh yeah, so, and they can refinance as many times as they want. They just have to make at least 6 payments after refinancing.
Okay.
So if somebody was to buy this property and they did that 2-1 buy down, they capitalize on the awesome interest rate. When rates drop, they get a lender free refinance. It's a win-win.
I like that. Total win-win, yeah. How can they reach you?
So phone number 509-389-6645 or by email. Text works really good for me as well.
What's your email?
C Wagner, CWAGNER at cmghomeloans.com.
So Chelsea, what do you like about this location the best?
So I think as an equestrian rider myself, there's quite a few things that pop into mind. Dr. Jennifer King is a really well-known vet, one of the best in the state. She's about 10 minutes down the road.
Wow.
I think that's huge for an equestrian rider. There's a lot of emergencies that tend to come up, and having access to somebody that you can quickly get to.
Yeah.
If you are a barrel racer or into cutting or roping or whatever that looks like, it is awesome to be just 10 minutes off I-82.
We are standing in front of a large shop that Chelsea thinks is pretty cool. So tell us why.
Yeah, so obviously horse people come with trailers, trucks, they come with expensive things. So what I really liked about this property is this big shop behind us. So we said it was 11 by 12.
Yep.
So if you have an 8-foot living quarter or a 7-foot bumper pole, you could easily get it into the shop, store it for the winter, get it out of the weather. Any other equipment, there is power in here. That's great if you need to plug in the RV.
And I wanted to ask Chelsea some questions about this setup. Tell us about what this could be used for and how many stalls there are.
Yeah, so I think as an equestrian rider, especially living in the Northwest, we obviously get the rain and the snow, we get the weather, the wind. Having shelter for not just horses, but maybe dogs, sheep, goats. It doesn't have to just be for an equestrian person. It's important to have this shelter. So as you can see behind us, there are some stalls set up. Some of the stalls are set up to be more than 12 by 12. Some are 10 by 12. Some of them have had the middle stall taken out. So really it's up to whatever client buys it. If he wants to leave it as is, make them smaller, bigger. Personally, I would leave them bigger depending on what livestock that we have in here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have the owner of the property, Mrs. Rachel Hovis.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so what are your favorite things about this property? And you've lived here and have all these horses. Tell us what some of your favorite things are about it.
So yeah, I've lived here a couple of years and I moved here with my girls, and I love the fact that it has the versatility that you can have stalls, you can do lessons, you can run training, boarding, breeding, anything like that. I had several babies out of this farm and with my stud, and yeah, so I like that it's centrally located. I'm super close to where the schools are, close to the highway, so I can pop around, hop over to the west side, hop over to the trail rides. Barbecue Flats isn't that far if you like trail riding. I have a young 3-year-old here, I apologize. Yeah.
So now we are in the small arena. Chelsea, do you have anything to say about that?
It's awesome. For an equestrian person, or even somebody wanting to work with livestock, if it's steers or sheep getting ready for 4-H and FFA, having somewhere to work with the animals is important. You heard me mention earlier in the video that there was a larger arena down below the property. We're standing in the smaller arena.
And you're open to offers.
Absolutely, absolutely. So at this point, I have it priced pretty competitively, but at the same time, you know, if someone comes in with a strong offer, I'm open to look at that, and I'm open to look at different options. Yeah, so that someone can take it and make it into the glory that it deserves. So, yep.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in this property, give me a call, 509-952-8341, and make an offer.